Okay guys, later on in this video I'll show you how I've fitted this new muffler. I want to say a few things about the little Rusi SS250. I think this is a great bike for the money, 70,000 plus cash to buy. It's got a 6-speed gearbox, upside down forks, digital dash, LEDs all the way around. It's a great bike, looks good, performs reasonably well. The only problem with it is that it's a very simple 250cc single cylinder motor which needs some improvement. If you look at the Raiders and the Snipers, they're 150cc and they turn out 15 horsepower. This is 223 and it turns out only 17. If you do the math of the power to weight ratio, you'll see that the Raider and the Sniper are actually a faster bike. So while this has the looks, it doesn't quite yet have the speed. So I'm going to get into it and do a few changes. First is the muffler. Just to improve the performance, as I've said, I've fitted the pipe. I've bought an aftermarket larger flat slide carburetor which I'm waiting to arrive. I'll buy a sports air filter for that, also a higher output coil and an iridium plug, and hopefully that'll improve it and make it a little bit more responsive and faster, so that it will have the speed to match the looks. Okay guys, thank you. This is my little Rusi 250 Sigma. This is the original exhaust pipe, which I've just taken off it. It weighs about 20 kilo. Going to be replaced with this Yoshimura, probably Chinese imitation, stainless steel header pipe. The combined weight would be less than 1 kilo. The Yoshimura comes with a baffle in case it's too noisy, just bolts in. I'm going to install it without and run it, see how it sounds. I don't like this baffle because it hasn't been drilled in the end. Small holes. This is 50mm, as you can see. Once you start blocking off the flow, you're going to affect the performance of the pipe. Sure, you're going to change the sound, but you're actually going to affect what this is supposed to be doing. Okay, removing the exhaust pipe. Very easy job. At the front, take off the bottom part of the fairing. At the front there's 2 bolts, 12mm. Just take those off. And there's 1 bolt here that mounts it there. That's it, 3 bolts, or 2 nuts, 1 bolt. In the exhaust port, there is this seal, which is a crushable seal that seals your exhaust pipe to your cylinder head. I was kind of expecting that I would get one with the kit, but I didn't. And this one here is probably reusable, but if you can, I would suggest you buy a new one. The only reason why I didn't is I live in Mindanao and there are no shops that sell parts for Rusi at all. So I didn't want to remove this, ride all over the city looking for one just to come home after an hour and say I'll have to use the old one. So I'm putting the old one back in. It's usable. I'm actually going to reverse it. That's the edge where the pipe attached. I'll put that against the cylinder head so that this flush surface is what the new pipe will mount to. So that's just a tip if you ever have to remove your exhaust gasket. Always try to renew them if you can, every time you remove your exhaust pipe, but sometimes you can't, so that's a tip. Just reverse it so you have a flush surface for the new pipe to sit against in your cylinder head. This slightly rough surface from the previous pipe will be compressed against the cylinder head once you tighten it up. Okay, so I'll just end the video at this point and then I'll assemble it. If there's any issues involved in assembling, I'll start again, but when I do restart, the pipe will be installed and we'll just see how it sounds without the baffle. Okay. Okay guys, you've got the header on, got the muffler, but it's only temporary. Now when you put the header pipe on, just loosely put in your exhaust bolts, excuse me, and loosely attach your muffler so that you can move the whole system around until you can get it correctly placed. It should be under the frame here, but not fouling any part of the motorcycle at all. So at the moment this is still really loose, and the head, I need to do up the nuts at the header pipe, and I'm just about to do that now. And I'm pretty happy with the mounting of the bike. I gave it a quick start, sounds not bad. So now I'll tighten everything up and I'll start the bike and let you have a sound of it. Okay, back in a minute. Okay guys, finally got the muffler on. Fitting those springs was a nightmare, but I finally got them done. So the muffler is now all tightened up, set up the way I want it to. I think it looks pretty good. I'll start it up, see how it sounds. That's at idle, of course, without the baffle. I'll put the baffle in and see how it sounds. Nice little bike, sounds pretty good, but it doesn't really sound as good as its big brother over here. But for a little bike, it's pretty good. Okay guys, hope you found this useful. Message me if you need any advice or tips. Thank you.